Good evening, everyone. Welcome to round 11 or 12. Can't remember. But yeah, welcome to Australia. It's like a good clear weather as well. Let's get on with this Q1 qualifying. Got some updated tables to put on there soon as well. Who are we going to have first out? Looks. Oh, it's normally a Williams. Is it a Williams? No, it's the Alpine. It's with cycling wheel followed by Ferrari of Odd Jim. Can't seem to change the camera angle at the moment, no, which is annoying. There we go. I don't know if it was just sticky RB, but we're going now. So as I said, we go back to cycling wheel. Let's have a look. Obviously this is the old layout, nothing's changed for the current season as we've just had. This is the original. Not been treated to the new layout yet. Which I think everyone would prefer. Rowden is this week. It's his turn to put the intermediates on for Q1 and see what he can do. I think it was Ampho last week. So let's have a look. Let's see how cycling wheel can get on. Odd Jim's back to right off to give himself plenty of room. Looks nice and clean through 1 and 2. Now approaching turn 3. Yeah, carry a lot of speed through that corner. Be careful catching that left hand side. And hard on the brakes. It's a turn 10, flat out. Just approaching the first DRS to section zone 1. Dropping down a gear. Careful on that right hand side. So, I'm guessing that's Aston Martin just putting out of the way. Is it? No, we have TTM Sierra. It's a 5-place grid penalty. What is that for? We have collisions between the Aston Martin and the AlphaTauri. And while that's happened, we've got a 123.7 posted by Cycling Will. Go back down to Odd Jim, who's the next one. Not really sure what's happened there. Odd Jim's gone into the pits. Who's that coming across? Mr. Indy is next one. I'm trying to work out who's next on the lap here. Is that Mickey? Yep, coming around into turn 13. I'm guessing Sierra or Sierra, the worst two people to crash on here because their name's very, very similar. One of them's parked over to the side and the other's collected the other. Is that a bit of a stroll Latifi accident? That did happen in Australia as well. Not sure. So, Mickey's posted a 122.8, followed by SAS Matt of a 123.5. As we have lost TCM Sierra, that means everyone is now going to come out in intermediates because you are safe as long as you post a time. So, do not bin it, and you will get through to Q2. So on board Mr. Indy, and I'll see him racing. Just been informed as well, it's a dry quali and a dry race. I'm not surprised about being in Australia. Mr. Indy happily across the line with a 129 dead, which we're getting through. No problems at all. Let's have a look at Anfo. Not sure if that's right or not, but a purple sector 1 on the intermediates. If it is, then fair play. Looks a bit uncomfortable there. Matt. Mr. SAS Matt, have you actually binned it at coming out of turn 10? You haven't retired, I'm guessing. So yeah, SAS Matt had a time posted, comfortable time, would have been through, and as I'm not sure if he has binned it or not. I can see his car in the pit, so maybe he hasn't. But I saw a wheel on turn 10. Oh, bloody round. Heavy on those heavy braking on those intermediate tyres. You still have to post a time. So regardless of someone being out or not, or what tyre choices you are on, you still have to post a time to partake. Yeah, and very heavy from Hayes. Oh, there was a squirrely moment coming out. So it doesn't matter. Just has to come across the line and post that time. It's a solid lap of a 1:39. Followed by Valencia of a 1:38. LMB also on the intermediates. Dodo's going for it on the softs. Doesn't care for those intermediate tires at all. Nice little slipstream off Rowden there. Oh, he just kept it in track limits as well, going into turn 1. Oh no, Dodo's has lost it. He's still going at the moment. Still a valid lap. We should just need Prezi, Trev 145, new Prezi on his out lap. Post a time, and Dodo's just to complete his lap that he's on now, and he'll be safe. Also been told this is Prezi's favourite track of all time. Stand board with Trev as he approaches Sir Trev of Montrose chicane. Not taking any chances there. Kenyon retiring in the pits. Should see a few guys retiring now. Everyone's through and safe. Some of their posted time. Mr. Prezi. Very close to invalidating on that last lap. That would not have been fun. Maybe he has. He hasn't posted the time. Has not been posted for him. Didn't see any track limits exceeded there at all. So it stands, we've got 2 Aston Martins, and I believe that is Dodo's going for a second attempt. Oh no, going for the attempt and sets a new one of 121.8. Sierra is running around in low fuel mode. Probably still a post of fastest, and he's invalidated. So we're going to see the same drivers in Q2, where we do have the potential of losing 5 drivers, or we will lose 5 drivers, potentially more, as Sierra goes into the pits and retires. So Dodos is still going round, he's invalidated. I'm sure he will turn into the pits. Do need the top guys to retire if we want to crack on early with Q2, as Prezi approaches the line and goes P8 with a 136 on the intermediates. Dodo goes into the pits. So, as everyone else is currently in the pits, and we are waiting for the progression into Q2, let's just remind you of the news recently that on Friday the 10th of June at 8 o'clock we have our first PRL Pitbox Racing League Invitational, where we have invited the likes of ARC, ARL, IUF1, ourselves and TTM to partake in a tournament which will feature full quality, 50% race. It will be the 5 teams competing, 4 drivers each, all out winner, 1 race takes all. So make sure you put in your calendar, save the date, come along, support the guys that are racing. We've selected the 5 drivers. We've also selected a couple of reserves. If you want to help us out or get involved at all, come give us a shout. Then back to the action. So yeah, it's really good news coming out that we took part in the last invitational we was invited to from down under, where we are today, showing ourselves in a really good light. Unfortunately, Kenyon picked up a collision on his way, which is no fault of his own. He was just a bystander in it. But Mr. L&B put in a very good show, coming in up strong P2. So yeah, we decided to host our own, and we'll hopefully be a continued project as well, where we want to continue it. I think some of the other leagues we spoke to are really interested in taking part with it as well, and really looking forward to it. So hopefully it will be something that goes as a great success, and we can carry on doing it in the future. So remember, yep, Friday the 10th of June, 8 PM, be shown live through this Twitch. Let's see if we can speed some of these guys up. So let's just get our way into Q2 and let's see some proper action. That Q1 was not, as what we would say, a proper qualifying session. So as we are also looking and waiting for these guys to progress and get into Q2, let's bring up the constructor table. That is not a constructor table, bear with me. I'm technical difficulties here, I don't know why it's done that. Try one more time just to make sure it's doing it. No, it does not want that happening at all. Not sure why. It worked earlier, and it's now just copied and pasted the invitational promotion that I put on there. But can read you through it very, very quickly. 2 seconds, and that should trigger. It does indeed. So while we wait to get into Q2, let me go through the driver standings that we have currently. So on top, with a gain of 2 places last week, we have TTM Kenyon that sits on 221 points. 5 points behind him, we have Anfo that dropped a place last week. And then LMB gained a place last week, who is 24 points behind, sitting on 197. Got 3 new drivers down the bottom, 2 in the Aston Martin and 1 in the Red Bull, covering myself and Sid. And unfortunately, Prez's first race with us in Monaco last week didn't end well. Sierra getting 17 points as well, and the fastest lap in Monaco, so had a good start to his PRL career. A quick look at the constructors. McLaren is sitting on top with 362 points. It's a 64 point difference from Red Bull. And then followed by Haas in 3rd, Alfa Romeo in 4th. Mercedes dropped 2 to sit in 5th. Williams stay where they are for 6th. Alpine in up 1 in 7th. Aston Martin dropped 1 to 8th. Ferrari up 1 in 9th. And AlphaTauri dropped 1 to 10th. So, now we have Q2. Should see some drivers competing for that top spot now, or the top 10 will progress. The tyres that you start on, it's still valid that they are the tyres that you start the race on. So yeah, the tyres that you post your fastest lap is the tyres that you start the race on. Let's have a look. Ferraris, I think Ferraris are just generally told in their team chat they get out early. We already got the 6 drivers out on track. Got Ferrari, and then we got Syrah, the Aston Martin, out quickly as well. Antfo, Cycling Wheel, Mickey, Valente. As we approach Sir Trevor Montrose chicane, which we're yet to see anyone bin it in. It's a very dubious corner. Normally one of the high risk ones, and normally one of the ones you see many drivers do. Carry too much speed, hit the left hand side and hit the wall on the right. So Odd Jim now coming around the last corner onto the pit straight to start his hot lap. Obviously the first of 3 DRS zones in Australia. It's very unusual to get 3 DRS zones. Keeps it nice and tight, flat out on the right. Squirrely moment, but keeps it straight. Hard on the brakes, down to 4th, keeping it right. Keeping it nice and tight to the grass edge as possible, and it's hard on the brakes again. Down into turn 9 and 10. Carry lots of speed. So you drop 1 gear, I believe. You should get to turn 7, drop 1. Or keeping it 1 at a time. You want to hit that first apex. And oh, well, Jim doesn't. He forced himself really wide by not hitting that first apex. It forced him wide, and he couldn't quite. He had to lose a lot of speed going around that right hand side. Doesn't invalidate though, keeps it going. But that was going to affect his time. We've got an early call from Mr. SAS Matt Trev for Q3. As Odd Jim approaches the line and he sets a 1:26 dead. Let's go back down to Syrah. He's on the mediums. So he's approaching, this is turn 13, coming on to turn 14 now. We got Cycling Wheel of a 1:23.5. You can see how much Odd Jim's time got hurt through Trev's chicane, sorry. So Syrah approaching the line now as well on a set of mediums, and we're looking at a, well, I say 1:53. I didn't pay attention to the time whatsoever. Sure he was going again, and he probably is now. Mickey coming around the last turn onto the pitch straight as well. He's on a set of mediums, much improving on the 1:53 that Syrah's just made, and he gets himself P3 of a 1:23.8. LMB has decided to go for the softs as he's coming round now into Q4, Q5. Valente's cutting grass, he's out of the way for sure. Coming around to turn 6 and turn 7. 8 flat out. Heavy on a braking for turn 9. Just avoiding that sausage curve because it can spin you here. Again, coming around. Using as much track as possible. Drop 1 gear down to hit the apex on the right. And he does. And we've got a purple sector 2 going as well at the moment. Comes into this ends of the third DRS zone. This is now approaching turn 15 into 16 and onto the pit straight. Look like a fairly good Solid lap for an MB there. Should be putting him on provisional pole. And it does quite comfortably with a 121.7. Who else have we got going now? Out lap. We've got the second House of Rowden coming around the last turn. Oh, I'm not sure if that was me or the game, but it looked like he had a bit of a drift coming out there. Goes P2, so we've got a House 1-2 at the moment going on. We've got TTM Kenyon of the Red Bull on the mediums. About to approach turn 11. Let's see how he tackles this. It feels like he's lost a lot of speed through that corner. I don't think he's actually going for it yet, even though he's not. He has not run in any hot lap assistance. Let's go back to Prezi. As we said before, it's his favourite lap, favourite track as well. Hit the chicane, carry speed, and does that quite nicely. You can cut that second apex on the right hand side. Teammate getting out the way. Ride the apex there. Hard on the brakes. There's a heavy left hand turn. Stick as right close as you can to the apex in the right hand corner to carry as much speed. But valiant attempt. It puts him P3 at the moment. Let's go back on board with Mr. Kenyon, who is pushing now. We do have a little traffic ahead of a Ferrari and a Alpine. I believe that is. We've got a purple sector 2 from Kenyon himself. Takes that corner superbly well. We got Odd Jim of the Ferrari in front there, moving over to the right. Got the Alpina cycling wheel in front. It shouldn't hold him up at all. He's fairly enough distance. Heavy brake and hard left hand turn. Cycling wheel just moving out to the right to make sure there's no impeding going on. Lot of speed. He was close to invalidation on that left hand side. Oh yeah, respectable, very respectable, 123.1 on the set of mediums. As he now wants to go and play in the stones. No, I'm joking. You know, moving out of the way. Got TTM Hayes on a flying, well, not flying lap actually. Again, we're not running any hot lap. So I'm just checking with my just checking in, trying to get some information. Let's go on board with Mr. Alpha Taddy as... No, we did catch that one, sorry. Or Mr. Indy. As he is coming around the second to last corner, heavy braking again, keeping nut speed, keep it right as much as you can, carry the speed through. Should be looking at a P9. Is that cycling wheel going again? I think it is. Let's have a look at some tyre details here. Second attempt. So yes, it was right. In Q1, we did see an SAS map finish in turn 10. That was the random wheel sitting on the side of the road. Belonged to the McLaren. As we go back, Prezi has retired. Has he? Not sure what's happening. I'm not sure if he's happy with his lap. It's showing him in the pits, but I made that mistake before. Let's go and have a look. Mr. Hayes. He's not close yet. We'll come back to Mr. Hayes. TTM Sierra with a 124.3. Should improve, and he is improving within the first sector. Up 0.7 so far. It's nice and tight. Rise a bit at the curb. Keeping the power down now. Two minutes left. Round and moves over to the right. As he's approaching the last turn, carrying the speed. Much improved lap from the 124, puts him up to P5 of a 122.5. I mean, Dodo's laps there with splitting the Haas of a 122.4 on the medium tyres. A pretty epic one. Let's have a look at TTM Hayes in the Alpine covering tonight. Just checking in with my concerned co-commentator that's not here tonight. So he goes as, oh, he catches it, he doesn't catch it. He was Tokyo drifting out of that last corner. Keeps himself out the wall, but those tyres now are feeling pretty hot. May. Don't know how you would play this here now, because those tyres are going to feel very, very uncomfortable. Oh my god. Well, the less said about that, the better. So these guys now are going to be just cooling down some of these guys now. Going around for that last vital lap. Mickey is pushing. Absolutely flying at the moment. He's up on his time. We've got a new personal best of the lap and a session of a 121.6 from LMB. Mickey is improving. I want to see if he can get into the... He's not improving. He was improving his sector 1. Now he's plus 5 seconds. Okay. Dodo's is on a fresh pair of softs. Let's see what he can do now as he was sitting on mediums. Got a Ferrari. Oh, he's riding that curb. He's approaching turn 11. Double sector 2. He's carrying a lot of speed. Oh, he doesn't invalidate with the the left hand side of turn 12. I don't know how. Not sure who's got in front of him here. That is the Ferrari of Odd Jim, who is also on a hot lap and does not have to heed, but he does get out of the way. Absolutely. Oh, he's gone into the pits. He doesn't want it. He wants to. He's happy with his time. Kenyon's gone P2. Rowden's finished. Everyone is now piling in. It does look like we lose PRL Trev, who didn't set a time. Hayes that. Yep, Hayes crashed. Mr. Indy in the PIS 124. Odd Jim with a 123. So we lose the 4 drivers of Trev, Hayes, Indy, and Odd Jim. And we go to Q3. Into Q3 we go then. We've got LMB, Kenyon, Dodos, Rowden, Anfo, Sierra, Mickey, Cycling Wheel, Valente, and Prezi going through to Q3. It's where we see a top 10 shootout for your starting place on the grid. Tyres that you use do not get used for the start of the race. Get some details up for these guys. As we don't have a Ferrari out, or in Q3, I'm going to say it's going to be the Williams. Or an Alfa Romeo. It is the Williams. You just know. The Williams and the Ferrari seem very keen to get out. I think that's followed by a Haas. So we haven't seen much of Valente so far in the qualifying. Let's stay on board of him, as he is the only representative for Williams tonight. Commiserations to Mikey, his teammate, which unfortunately lost the final in football today. Unlucky. I mean, to be fair, I think Valente has come from last season on controller. Fairly consistent controller player as well. So this season, I believe he's on wheel, manual. Not sure what other assist he's turning off. Or what he has turned off. But he's had a solid race so far. Some good places. Fairly consistent. So let's have a look then. We'll stay on board, have a little bit quiet while he does his hot lap. So we got 122.9 from Belente in the Williams. I'll tell you what, he used all the track going into turn 11. I think you can see half of his tyre marks on the wall back there. Let's have a look board. Mickey's pulling over to the right, not happy with that. Rowden sets a new one of 122.4. Mickey's over, like I said. LMB's coming through sector 3 now. On his turn 14, approaching 15. Nice and tight, riding that apex. Keeping that speed is fairly consistent through that corner as well. Approaching the line, and we got a 121.6. Mickey going again now. Prezzy's in the pit. Dodo's is not. He's on his out lap, or he's on his cool down lap. Syrah again approaching turn 13. Where can he put the Aston Martin? DRS wide open. Puts him second with a 121.9. Kenyon up the pit straight. What's he going to do? What's he going to post? Got 122.2. Puts in P3. That is the Mercedes of Dodo's facing the wrong way. Can't park there, mate. Turning around and on your way. Mickey is going now. We have joined again. That's his turn 14. Catching them everyone in turn 13 and 14. He's going into the pits. Hot tyres indeed. Or wants his new socks on. And throw in the pit. Dodo just pushed a bit too hard going onto his first hot lap. Is Kenyon going again? He's not going again. He might attempt to go now before putting on a new pair. Our championship leader so far. I will remind you to the end of the race or at the end of the race, but please remember that next week there is no race. There will be no race next week due to the Champions League final between Liverpool and Real Madrid. So, if you're not a football fan, go out and enjoy it. Have fun, and we'll see you at Austria the following weekend. It's one car on track, which is the Aston Martin of Prezzy, just about to start its hot lap. Is Prezzy onto the pitch straight now with 120, 121, 122, 122.8. Puts in P5. So we got a couple of guys now coming out for the final attempts and the final pushes to get up as far up the grid as possible. Cycling Will, followed by Mickey. Yet to post a time. Anfo's left it late. Realistically, probably might have a couple of attempts, but let's have a look at Mickey. Now for Romeo. Looking nice and tidy and clean so far from Mickey in the Alpha. Getting close to the wall, cutting it left now. Get close back to that wall. Dropping that gear. Riding the apex really nicely. And again, sounded like he had to lift slightly. Comes onto the pitch straight now. Might get a little bit of a toe out of here as well. And he goes P4. Rowden just on. Can he push himself further up the grid? Slowed down. Dodo's is having another attempt after his spin. Coming out of turn 4. Here. Kept it nicely. Keeping lots of speed going around turn 5 into turn 6 and 7. Heavy on the brakes for turn 9 and then ride the curb turn 10. Get some power down as quickly as possible. Dropping the gear coming up to turn 11, using it as much as possible. Ride the... Oh, he's just caught that, I believe. It looked like a bit of a slide, but he caught it going. Approaching turn 13. Right of turn 14. Little bit of traffic ahead. They stay left for him, heavy on the brakes into turn 15 and then 16 for the right, hugging that apex, carry as much speed as possible and a flat out. Gonna look like a good time this one, possibly pole position, and it is 121 dead. Mr. LMB responds, he is up in his time so far. Riding that curve as much as possible. I've got some checker flags now. It's just corrects himself coming out that corner, but carries the speed. Gonna be close as well, and it is. Wow, we got a 0.31 and a 0.59. Incredibly close. 2 fantastic laps. Currently Kenyan in P3. Can anyone push him out? Can Sira push him? Good exit. Bit of a correct coming out. He improves. Not enough. Rowden is poodling around. Dodo's is also... He is. Dodo's is improving. Can we see LMB push down to P2? Can the Merc overtake the Haas? It can't. So that concludes Q3. As we finish watching the Haas of Mr. Rowden. Some great laps there, guys, from TTM LMB, TTM Dodos, TTM Kenyan and TTM Sierra. The top 4. Anfo left it late but got himself into P5, followed by Rowden of the Haas in P6, Mickey in P7, Valente in P8, Prezi in P9 and the Alpine of Cycling Will in P10. So that concludes our qualifying. We're going to take a short break while the guys sort the structures out and we'll be back. Welcome back. As we see the drivers bobbing and weaving, just get his tyres up to the correct temperature. Just talking about earlier as well, it's going to be an interesting in the new game. With a formation lap and your grid starts and your grid position could really benefit you depending on what track you're doing as well. So we'll leave the position changes up. It's always a firm favourite. See where the changes are going into the first few corners. So we have the Haas leading the formation lap, followed by the Merc and the Red Bull. Dodo's pushing Mr. LMB along as he's keeping the pack nice and tight. Alright, as the last few cars come around the last turning, find their correct grid. LMB gets into his. Find a correct camera angle to start this off. Everyone's lined up, wait for everyone ready up. Here we go for the Australian Grand Prix. It's 5 lights. And it's lights out. And we are off. It's a great start by Dodos. He takes the lead going into turn 1. See if we can scroll back through. Got a Ferrari cutting grass. Trevor's just lost a few places. Sierra up to P12, slots just in front of our gym. McLaren going round. Mercedes, Prezi has gone wide on turn 4. Sure, we got a 5-second penalty for Prezi for a collision with our gym. Go back up. Mickey and Rowden are the only people to not move. Dodo's again had a great start off that. He was leading quite comfortably into turn 1 as well. LMB on the charge back. They're just starting to pick up a few seconds as well from the time behind, from the driver behind. Anfo just trying to keep in touch as these guys go at it now. Heavy on the brakes. Really, a good exit is going to help you out so much. It looks like LMB just didn't have a good exit as Dodos. So we've got 3 of Rowden, Mickey and Sierra very close together. Or Mickey just a bit deep into turn 1. What was that? Oh, we got the Alpine cycling wheel on the back of Valente's gearbox. And that's also letting Mr. Indy come into the fight. And Sierra's following. Hayes has gone around the outside. Watch out, cameraman. Whoa. On board with Hayes. Bit deep. Had to lose off a lot of power there. Keep it on track. Follows that Matt and McLaren. Sierra approaches his teammate, Mr. Indy. Will team orders play a part? It's very hard to hit your braking point when you come around this corner. Let's go back to the top. NMB. Can he get a better exit out of the last turn now? Oh, Dodo's deep. Dodo's just gone. And Dodo's has absolutely lost his front right wheel coming out of that. We've got yellow flares. We've got a VSC out. Oh, Dodo's. You can't park there, mate. Too much power coming out of that last turn-in. And that's the end of the race for the McLaren. Prezi taking a cheap pit stop under the VSC as well. It's like a front wing change. So we've got a familiar sight of LMB leading this race. And for up 2 places, Kenny remains where he is. Rowden and Mickey up 1 place as well, obviously from the crash of Dodo's ahead. Meaning we're probably going to get back to racing very quickly now. Oh, Anfo. When are we going to see the end of this VSC? So come round to the same point as where the crash was happening. And we are live now. We are racing again. DRS is enabled as well. Anfo, we got Rowden right on the back of Kenyan's gearbox. DRS is activated. We're going to have a bit of a train going now. Oh, a bit of cold tyres from Rowden then. He had to catch the slide. Mickey, LMB is going to want to try and get out of this DRS now. Quite powerful in Australia with 3 DRS zones. It's just dropped a second now. Mickey is on the back of Sierra. Try and keep an eye on the rest of the pack as we go as well. Hayes on the back of Sierra. And then a 2-second gap back to Odd Jim. Trying to keep up with it. Kenyan 0.3. Sorry if I miss anything. Oh, Anfo, heavy braking there. Bit of squirrely front end coming out as well. Kenyan with DRS, using a bit of ERS just to kickstart him. Is he going to try and get it done as turn 1? He's not. He doesn't want to do it yet. He used the second DRS zone. So we go back. Hayes is overtaking the AlphaTauri of Mr. Indy. Gets the move done comfortably before turn 1. And those mediums are looking well so far. Odd Jim as well round the outside of Mr. Indy. Mr. Indy's lost 3 places in the first sector alone. I wonder if he's picked up damage. Quite possibly. What else have we got? I mean, LMB is dropped 2.3 seconds. From the from P2. Kenyans want to get closer now, coming into the last DRS zone. Oh, Kenyon, just riding that curve. It looks a bit uncomfortable. Should have enough room to get this done now. Going around the outside. Taking the inside in turn 1. He does. Anfo's going wheel to wheel. Double DRS zone, which I always think is a little bit unfair. Prezi 3-second time penalty. We'll go back to Mickey. Runs out track for the move. Who have we got that? We've got Belente issues. Let's see if I can get him back in very quickly. Sent an invite. It's 3.4 seconds now from Kenyon. Can Anfo try and get back? Lost some times at the moment. I'll try and use the map. Mickey and Rowden close. Mickey making attempts now. DRS activated. None for Rowden in front. However, the speed difference should be getting this done, or at least side by side going to turn 1. He is. Oh, there's some contact. Oh. We have a virtual safety car. Looks like Belente is back. Are we going to start seeing some pits? Mickey definitely in the pit. No front wing. DRS is enabled again. It hasn't proved benefit to anyone at the moment. It was a lot quicker VSC this time. Antho is now pressing against Mr. Kenyon, but it looks like Antho is going to be hoping for a full safety car at some point in this race. He's already on yellow fuel. Who is that? Is that Trev? It is Trev. No front wing. Oh, it was a corner before his own corner. We got some pit stoppers now. We got Mickey in, we got our Jim and Belente in. Got Antho just on the back. 3.5 seconds to P1 in front. Oh, Antho catches a slide. Even with DRS, he doesn't seem to be able to keep pace with Kenyon in front at the moment. Oh, there's another snake. Some gaps forming now. Hayes on the assault for Prezi in front. deep from Prezi. Tries to regain control. Let's haze pass it very easily, no fight at all. Anfo 0.7 gaining on Kenyan now. Oh, that's Prezi. We got DNF coming out. We do have a full safety car. This will... It's going to fall just perfectly for LMB now. He's just about to approach the pit. Oh, Sarah, 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane. He did that last week. So lap 10, we've lost Mercedes of TTM Dodos and the Aston Martin of Prezi. Let's have a look at some hits. So Sierra's decided to stay out. 9 lap old medium tyres. We've got Matt is also out on 9 lap old hards. Early pit from Matt. Didn't know he started on hards. Went big balls very, very early. Cycling Will. And Trev are also on the hards. Trev is sitting in the middle of the pack at the moment, even though I think he is a lap down. And only 2 pairs of softs in Mr. Indian or Jim. On that, so the guys in front on these fresh mediums are hoping to last till lap 29 on mediums. It should be more than possible, but race dependent. So, TTM Sierra leads the race. The usual fun fact that the old safety car is driven by Bernard Maylander. Maylander. I believe he's only ever missed 1 race. I think I've heard that somewhere before. Nice and early safety cars in this lap. Nice early call. Safety car drives off into the distance. Medium tyres need a bit more of extensive warming up. Last thing you want to do is turn that last corner and have cold medium tyres. Especially for the hard tyres of Matt. When will Sierra go? Gives it a little bobble wave. Not yet, not yet. Oh, LMB was close. He wasn't having any of it. Oh. LMB takes the lead straight away. Maybe he's on to Sierra's plan there. Who is that we have there? Oh, he's in the pit, no front wing. Let's go back on board. Sierra's still holding P2. Kenya's trying to push him out. Sierra just behind as well. They're all keeping pace. Antfo, Rowden. And we've got a 1.2 second behind on the mat on the hards. These top six are just leaving that gap now. LMB with 3 seconds. Could come into play later on in the race. But at the moment he's pulling a second and a half nearly out on these guys behind. Sierra is just holding these guys up. Takes the inside line. But that lets Sierra through as well. Oh, Kenyon gets his nose just ahead. No DRS yet either. There's no guarantee these moves are going to get done. Kenyon on fresher tyres. Burning some ERS. Trying to get past Sierra. Sierra blocking on the inside. Holding that P2 at the moment. Kenyon with the old flipper floppers gets the move done. Sierra again looking now. Oh, gives him a little kiss. We have a sector turn 1, is that? We have Mickey round the wrong way. Last couple of laps have not been kind to him. Go back on board with these guys. Valente and oh, Hayes. Contact. Have a look, Sierra. We've got Anfo following. Rowden's close. Sierra's right on the back of Sierra. Wish you two will separate. DRS is enabled now. Can Sierra get past Sierra? Looks like too far away. Got a 3.3 second lead. LMB in front. Sierra not having a look yet. Anfo's coming in. That's letting Rowden come in as well. Sierra's holding this backpack up. Oh, Sierra rigged that curb. Anfo looking on behind. He's not going to get there though. Is he now? Oh, Anfo's eager to get past there. He needs to try and needs to deal with the problem in front of TTM Sierra. He's holding up the rest of the pack at the moment. Defensively, his game is on point. 13 lap old hards. Mediums. Valente within DRS of Matt in front. Just too far away now. He's got another attempt with another DRS zone here. 1 detection point, 2 DRS zones. Why have I lost timings? Not sure. Anfo riding that curb a bit too much. These curbs can be lethal around Australia. That's Sierra now on the back of Sierra. Try and get a good exit. Get some speed down. Get it done. Third DRS zone. Looks like he should be able to. He's going to take that outside route. But can Sierra take the inside? Cuts the corner. No, Sierra gets his nose ahead. And also Anfo tries to put up the inside. Just pulls out. Anfo will probably get this move done as well. That's a very good exit from Anfo. DRS for Sierra. Yeah, Sierra in front. Bit far away to try and make the move done. Sierra with a little bit of a squirrely moment coming out of turn 2. Might have just slowed him down. Give Sierra the chance to get in. It's not. I thought he was going to put it on the inside then. A little kiss from Anfo behind though. Anfo gets his nose just in front. Solid race so far from Sierra. The defence there was on point for multiple laps. Anfo and Sierra can now get on the charge for Kenyon in front, who's just 4.1 seconds behind. Sierra 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So we got Rowden is on the back of Sierra as well. Valente picks up a 3-second time penalty. When is Sierra going to pit? They are now 15 lap olds. Is he going to attempt a few more laps and get a soft stint in? Staying out now. He has to pit for his mandatory 1-stop change. Rowden just a bit deep into that corner. What we got here then, we got Anfo looking on the back of Sierra, and Sierra is now also on the back. Sierra looked like he went a bit deep into turn 4. Oh, it's Rowden around the outside. Oh, they're touching. Oh, and Sierra just clipped the right hand, back right wheel. Valente. It is Valente. Getting back in. Sierra is back on his way. Anfo close to that wall on that left hand side. Mr. Indy, 11 lap old softs. They're probably going to start to feel a little bit ropey now. These guys have just come back across the line. Anfo is right on the back of Sierra still. All these guys, top 5, all level pegging and tyre changes. Who's going to make the first call? Sector 3. Is that an Alpine that is going again? Who else is that there? Odd Jim and TTM Sierra. TTM Sierra has fresh, soft tyres. Rowden in P5 pushing up to the top 4 now. A retiree of TTM Hayes in the pits. Trev coming round to turn 15. Going strong on those hard tyres, should be able to finish racing them as well. Always in the points. Sorry, I think I missed the crucial one of Ampho overtaking Sierra. Sierra very deep and very hard on the brakes. Had a lovely exit out of there, out of turn 12. Should give him good stead. He's not just going to have a look though. He's going to save it for the last DRS or the first DRS, whichever way you think of it. Get yourself a good exit. May have just had to lift on there just to keep it going where it wants to go. Ampho pulls over right to try and break the stream. Break the toe. Sierra going alongside his back right, back left. Ampho just skips that grass. It might slow him down. Sierra gets the move done. A little bit of contact, but Robin's racing. Ampho trying to come back though. Rowden he's still tagging along to this little party of his. Sector 1 is that the Ferrari of Odd Jim. He is in the gravel trap. Can't park there, sir. And it's time to bin those hards off. So in the meantime, we got Matt and Mr. Indy on the got a fresh pair on, softs and mediums respectively. Quick penalties as well. LMB with 3 seconds as it stands, but it's not going to hurt him if it stays as this. Mickey deep. Had to avoid contact with cycling wheel in front. Mickey 5 seconds. We've got Belente in P6 with 5 seconds. Odd Jim behind with 6 seconds. And TTM Sierra just holds it. There's contact between himself and Ampho. Mickey again on the back of cycling wheel. Cycling wheel on hard tyres, all Mickey. Cycling wheel putting a bit of a extreme defensive on there. Mickey on the faster tyre behind. Cycling wheels, they are 15 lap holds. They're going to feel horrendous in a moment. Mickey can see that he's struggling to keep the pace. Cycling wheel leaving his car in the middle. We have a full safety car. TTM Sierra Where is that? Not sure where that is. I feel that safety car has saved Cycling Wheel. And it's also hurt LMB and his time penalty. Odd Jim in P11 sitting actually in a second position underneath its safety car. Right, everyone's pitted apart from Matt, who's just behind. He must have just pitted, but picked up some extra places. Some people serving their penalties now as well. We've only got 3 different penalties on grid. Pretty much fresh tyres apart from Trev behind. And some multiple position changes. Let's see how the last 5 laps play out. Safety car is in this lap. LMB's he's going to want to get as much gap as he can to Kenyon behind, but he's got a back marker there with Odd Jim in the way. Let's see if LMB can take advantage of the back marker in between him and P2. Fresh softs. Cars behind are also on fresh softs. And he has EVs. Cole or Jim just napping a little bit there, but that's also Cole Kenyon napping. He's got Anthem and Rowden behind him, battling for P3. Rowden gets his nose ahead. Now he's in the hunt for Kenyon. Oh, he has to dive out of the way to get out. Odd Jim's now getting swallowed up. He has back marker, so he needs to get out of the way. Rowden's on the hunt for Kenyon now. Anfo is on the gearbox. Sira's just behind. Matt's just behind as well. Oh, we've got... That sounded like a massive crash. That is Anfo out of the race. Could not see what happened there apart from hearing the massive crash against the wall. Rowden, 3-second time penalty. We have another safety car. LMB is thinking, what else does he have to do to get away from these guys behind? So Rowden went into the pit. I'm assuming that was probably through contact from the DNF of Anfo. Safety car out for another lap. It will probably be coming in this lap to give a decent amount of racing laps left. Stands, we got Matt up into P4. Trev currently P10, Odd Jim behind. Valente, Mr. Indy, Mickey, Cycling Wheel, Matt, Sira, Kenyon and LMB. Let's have a look at the penalties before we restart this race. Odd Jim 6 seconds, Rowden 3, Sira 3 and LMB 3. It says safety car is in this lap. Can LMB do what he did, well, not do what he did last week and bin it on the last lap? And we're off. 27. LMB. Another brilliant restart. Oh, it's like Cyril was looking at into turn 1 then. We got SAS Matt going around the outside. Little contact between the pair. Cycling Will looking as well on the inside of it. SAS Matt trying to stick his nose ahead. Oh, there's contact between Cycling Will and Mickey. Phil, not sure if they're cold tyres from Cyril. Has he got wing damage? Seems to be struggling going around those corners. Matt's taking the inside. Ciro's taking it back. Coming around towards turn 11. Who's going to heed first? None of them do. There is contact, but they do go around together. I don't think there's a lot of contact either. Oh my god, this doesn't work out. I think Mickey's come out laughing there. Not gonna lie, it looks like there's a bit of bullying going on and a bit of forceful. Ciro has picked up damage. I thought he did. Rowden on the back of Cycling Wheel. Should be able to get a front. Oh, Cycling Wheel just puts his car just in front. LMB needs to push a bit extra and a bit harder for these last couple of laps. He needs to put 0.8 off of Kenyon. Mr. Indy having a solid race in P7 so far. Ciro 32 seconds behind. Valente just behind. Cycling Wheel 3 seconds. This is opening the door right up for SAS Matt here. We come across to the last lap of the race. Kenyon 2.2 behind, a 3-second time penalty for LMB in front. Rowden's going far right as possible. Contact with him and Cycling Wheel. Kenyon 2 seconds, just under point. It's got 36% ERS left. Sector 3 yellows, that's Trev moving out of the way. Cycling Wheel 0.6 off Mickey ahead. I'll go to the front two in a minute as we come closer to the line. As we go, Kenyon has had a mega last couple of laps as LMB comes across the finish line to finish P1, but unfortunately will get overtaken by the Red Bull of Kenyan. Penalties hurt LMB. Mickey to finish third, followed by Matt, followed by Mr. Rowden. Mr. Indy jumps Rowden, goes up to P5. Cycling Will, looks like he has no front wing. Does not, finishes P7. TTM Sierra picks up wing damage on the last 2 or 3 laps. He's going to finish P8 as it stands. Valente should. Stays P9. Odd Jim. And it's that man, the Flying Scotsman's to finish. Yep, couldn't agree more. The game's called it, I called it. It's going to be SAS Driver of the Day, gained 12 places. After a shocking Q3 where he binned it on his own. After being safe. He's gained some multiple places and gets Driver of the Day. We have a Red Bull, a Haas and a McLaren on podium. Congratulations to TTM Kenyan LMB. TTM Kenyan getting the win due to the penalties ahead. There we have it. Kenyan, LMB, SAS Matt, Mickey, Indy. There was also contention for Driver of the Day. Rowden, Cycling Wheel, Sierra, Valente, Odd Jim and Trev. Just clip in the extra bits that we need. Remember, no race next week. And we will see you in 2 weeks' time for Austria.